All right, my minions. So, here's another one. Thursday training. Yeah. We'll get it in. Last Thursday, kind of went over push-ups, how you can trick the system to a degree when you're doing your PT tests, regardless of military, law enforcement, some security companies and security agencies, they require you to be fit. You know, it's part of the job. So, but there's a way to trick the numbers. Like I was saying, train harder than reality. Train harder than your environment. You'll be prepared for anything that comes. So this week, today, I want to show y'all the different variations of push-ups. I also want to break down the form a little bit, but different ways you can work the muscles in different ways. Different ways you can work the muscles. But different ways you can work the muscles. And the ways that you can, when you're just, muscles are fatigued, they're burning, they're exhausted. Different ways that you can, I don't like to use the word manipulate, but shift your body in ways that'll let you get an extra 5, an extra 10 that you need. You know, whether it's your body's just dragging ass and you're just out of shape, injured, whatever the case may be, and you're just not making minimum standards, and you need an extra 5 to pass, just to marginally pass. It'll help as well. Or you're going for that PB, that PR, that personal best, that personal record, and you need that extra 5 or 10 to break your own personal goal, your own personal record. It'll help with that as well. So let's get into just the money. Let's get into the form real quick, the breakdown. Remember in our last video last week, I mentioned full flexion, full extension, all the way down, all the way up. And you want your body straight. What I didn't mention last time was your hips. A lot of people want to drag their hips down or too high up. Where your hips are at makes all the difference in the world. Also, you don't want to be shifting left or right. You don't want to be off balance. So you want that nice linear, nice flat body. Some of us have bigger asses than others. There's nothing you can do about that. Sorry. Genetics. But again, hands about shoulder width apart. Your body, your shoulders about over where your hands are. Nice flat body. Linear. Neutral spine. You don't want to be hanging your head down. You don't want to be looking all the way up. Nice neutral spine. 45-degree angle on the bend. You don't want your arms all the way out here, and you don't want your arms all the way in. Your elbows, where your elbows go. Nice 45 degrees. 45 degrees. 45 degrees. 45 degrees. All the way down, all the way up. You want your stomach or chest touching, whichever touches the ground first. Full flexion, full extension. All the way down. Breathe in, all the way up. You're not resting on the ground. You're just touching. It's a reference. Touch and up. Breathe in. Breathe out on the work. Inhale. Exhale. You want to get that proper form in. It is critical. 1, you want to work the muscle in its entirety. You're going to be doing the work. You're putting in the effort. Get the most out of it. 2, you want to prevent injury. When your form goes, the likelihood of injury increases. When you're tired and exhausted, your muscles are fatigued, you're going to fall back into basically your lazy mode. What you want is your form, proper technique to be second nature. When your body goes into autopilot and you've got nothing left, you want your body to keep that form. That's what you want your body to remember. That's what you want the default to be. Proper form, proper technique is paramount. Nothing else matters. If you're not doing it right, you're doing nothing at all. And at the same time, if you're being reckless about it, not being safe, yeah, you can make progress. But then what happens? You injure yourself. Now you're out 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe longer, because you injured yourself, and all the progress you made is gone. What's the point? Don't be lazy. Don't cheat yourself. Do it right the first time, and continue to do it right every time. Now, the different variations of the push-up. So you could do basically in the form where it's tricep push-ups, where the arms are in. This is what it looks like. The arms are in. Looking at it from here, the arms go straight back. Your elbows go straight back. You're working more your triceps. A little bit of your pecs, a little bit of your chest, but it works your triceps more. And this is a good angle to show you the 45 degree of what I was talking about. Not too far in, not too far out, but just 45. It's like that nice neutral positioning. But triceps, you can add those in, especially if you notice you're doing bench or push-ups and you're struggling on more the higher end of doing a push-up. So you'll need to work on those triceps. But you can bust those out. Same concept, body straight. But the focus is more on the triceps. It's still a push-up, different variation. I do not know the technical names to these variations. They change. Same as with any other technique. The biggest thing is, I guess I've heard it called multiple things. Karaoke, where basically you're running and crisscrossing your legs side to side. It's like shuffling, but crisscrossing your legs. I've heard it called crisscrosses. I've heard it called grapevines. It takes on different names, different personas, generation to generation. Call it something new. Claim to be inventing something and you're not. Anyways, I showed you the neutral push-up. I don't do the highs, don't really care for those. But you have your diamond push-ups. Basically, this focus is really the inner part of your pecs, the center of your chest more, doing diamond push-ups. Your hands and fingers come together, it looks like a diamond. And again, it's the same concept, same form, same technique no matter what. Body is straight, neutral spine, all the way down, all the way up, inhale going down, exhale on the work. Basically, your chest will be touching your hands. And you still get a bit of a 45-degree angle. The concentration is more on the center of your pecs, of your chest. So then you get to have fun. And you get to do multiple different things as you learn these variations and really change up your workout, kind of avoid that plateau effect. I do what I like to call static push-ups, which is more like you're bouncing. It's a 4-count push-up. So it's at a low, 1, 2, 3, and on 4, full push-up. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's like this. So you're basically bouncing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of like a burnout, you know. Different ways of doing it. Working the same muscle, burning out the muscle, building more endurance, as opposed to endurance and strength. Now, you can actually add resistance to doing push-ups. There's a way to add resistance. You can actually get a good strength workout instead of doing 100+ push-ups, and it's more endurance. Not to say you're not going to get stronger, but the purpose behind doing a lot of something is the endurance. How much can you endure? How much can you keep going without stopping? But there's the opposite end of that spectrum. For strength, slow it down. So think of it doing, you're used to burning out push-ups, no big deal, just knocking them out, knocking them out, knocking them out. Okay, well, slow them down. do what we call 4-second push-ups. It should take you 2 seconds to go down, it should take you 2 seconds to come up. You count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. That's slowing it down is the equivalent of adding weights if you're on the bench. It's adding resistance. So you can actually get a decent strength workout, body weight wise, slowing it down. Now, you can do the same on the bench. Doing bench press, doing dumbbell squats or whatever. Slow it down. You're adding resistance inadvertently. You can go side to side with push-ups. You'll kind of have more of a little bit outside of shoulder width apart doing this, but you're going side to side. Works the chest, works the triceps. It's a different variation. Remember I was telling you, your hand placement makes all the difference in the world as well. You want basically your middle fingers here, without insulting anybody. You kind of want those pointed forward. You could do what I like to call Gladiator Push-Ups. And I called it that because I got inspired. I saw it in a movie. And I get ideas from movies and shows all the time. The difference is I will apply it and test it out and see if it works, how it works, why it works, before putting it out there. So just because you see something in a movie doesn't mean it does not work. Yes, movies and shows, they dramatize everything. But with that being said, there's a lot of things that are true and factual. So don't take it for face value. Do your research, test it out. But basically, you got one foot in the air the whole time. You're down and you're hopping. You've got pike push-ups, where you're here, and this is, remember I said that there's obviously an exception to every rule depending on what you're doing and the purpose. These work a lot of your deltoids. Some pec, some trap, but for the most part, a lot of it is your deltoid. That's where you'll feel it the most, because you're up in the air. You got this kind of V shape, and you're coming down. Careful not to bust your face on the concrete. I like to keep my face at an angle. It allows me to get down more than trying to lift my head up. And you can rotate the ankle back and forth. So I'm gonna pause this real quick because I think one of my alarms are about to go off. I'll stand corrected. Looks like I turned that alarm off. So you have dive bombers. I particularly like dive bombers. It's a different dynamic. You get some of your core into it as well. It's a different motion. And you it's almost like, so there's different things you could do. Anybody who's done, worked on the bench, you got your incline, your decline, basically your standard bench, and the point of it is to kind of work different portions of your chest, high, middle, low. Dive bombers are it's like a rolling motion that works high, middle, and low for the most part. And so with that, you start off almost in a pike position and then end up coming down and dipping. So you're here, you come down and roll up, and then you roll back. It's a rolling motion. In, up. Like anything else, full flexion, full extension, when you're coming up, you really want to make sure you kind of lock your elbows out to a degree. So now you also have, and these are very good, your plank push-ups. You've got your high plank, got your low plank. But what you're doing is going from high to low. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And rotate to make sure you're not pushing up only on one arm. All while trying to keep your body straight. Obviously, as you're going at different levels, your hips, your body will sway. Just try not to keep it that way. Try to keep your body straight the entire time. So those are your plank push-ups. You're limited on your imagination only. That's the thing. You can create whatever you want. You know, you have your plyometrics, which as you get into it, basically, if you see anybody doing pushes where they're clapping, those are plyometrics. Plyometrics is short, it's explosive. Boom, boom. You'll see some of the advanced people, when they do their plyometric push-ups, and they literally they push and their entire body comes up off the ground like 2 or 3 feet, and they come back down. It's amazing. But you'll start out simple. You're just coming up off the ground. You're pushing so hard that you're lifting. Now, as you come up, as you land, don't land hard. That jolt is going to tear up your your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders. That impact. As you make contact coming down, bend that elbow, and then boom, explode back up again. Let the momentum carry you. Let me see angles. But yes, coming up, boom. You'll notice some people will clap. Some people throw their arms in the air. Up. Up. And then as you get advanced, you'll throw your legs into it, start pulling your whole body up off the ground. But those are a form of plyometrics. Jumping squats, hopping squats, plyometrics, that explosive motion, that explosive movement. There was something else I had in my head, and I don't remember. Basically, you'll see people do basically jumping jack push-ups, mountain climber push-ups, where you're doing push-ups and kind of doing mountain climbers at the same time. It takes timing. Same with jumping jacks. So you're now combining different exercises into your push-ups. You know, and there's damn it, I had it in my head. Oh, Spiderman's dragon walks, where you're basically moving and doing a push-up at the same time. So you're here, there, there, there. Basically, the form for that is same side, this elbow, right arm, this is my right, yes. Right arm, elbow, right arm, right leg are touching. The other two are apart. Push up. And then when you come out, this leg is pushing you forward, you're reaching with this arm. Here, reaching, and you're setting. This leg comes up. Boom. Reaching and resetting. Take some practice, but you'll get there. There's a wide world of push-ups, push-up variations that you can get into, and it's amazing. Like I said, you're limited by your imagination and your imagination only. So get on out there, get it in, get out there and do it. Let your imagination soar. Dig deep, get inside yourself, pull out your inner child, and do it. Start thinking about the muscles, how the muscles work. Thinking about what you're doing and the muscles you're actually working. Think of that. Okay. My baby. Think of all that. And think what you can do differently to work those same muscles, or maybe work them in a different way. But that's all I have for you. I want to break down the push-ups, give you some different variations, things that'll help. Change it up. One way's not working, try a different way. Oh, almost forgot. So, your lats are attached to your arm, which will help pull. So, when you're doing your standard push-ups, and like I said, 45-degree angle, you're knocking them out, you're tired. You can actually, because most standards, most instructions at the beginning of any test will tell you, you can't lift your hands up. If you do, you're done. Your feet come off the ground, you're done, so on and so on. All right, that's fine. What you'll do is you'll take your toes and scoot yourself forward a little bit. Like I said, the slightest motion makes all the difference. But as you scoot yourself up forward and start doing it, now your lats are actually engaged. So from this angle, this is standard. Scoot yourself up. Your lats are engaged now. That'll help you get maybe an extra 5. Or you can start that way first and then save the rest till after. It's just changing it up. You're not cheating. You're not breaking any rules. But I hope you can maybe get that extra 5, that extra 10 that you need for whatever your goal is. So, see, the muscles. Figure out what the muscles do. Usually, there's not just a single muscle doing a task. There's a lot of different muscles involved in everything that we do. So utilize them. Utilize all of them. Anyways, again, thank you. I appreciate you being here. I hope this is useful. I hope you got something out of this. So I'm here for you. If you know any other variations of push-ups, anything to make it more efficient, more simple, any tips that'll help people, comment down below. I'll try it out. I'm an applied science type guy. I'll test it out. I'll try it out. If it works, I'll put it out to everybody. If it doesn't, we'll discuss it. I don't have a problem discussing it. Maybe I'm doing something wrong and I just don't understand. And, it is what it is. So, but I would definitely try it out myself. So, again, thank you. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, follow, all that good stuff. Like and subscribe and like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all being here. I love you all. And I will see y'all next time. Have a good one. The button's not working. Where's my bunny? All right, I'm gonna do this, man.